Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Reading Chair. Today we're looking into a popular literary genre, or maybe more accurately, a mood that's captivated book lovers, students, and romantics alike. It's dark academia. So if you've ever been fascinated by old libraries, stormy campuses, tragic poets, and the intense beauty of learning, this one's for you. Dark academia is more than just an aesthetic. It's a literary atmosphere steeped in obsession, classicism, moral decay, and academic isolation. So in my video, I'll be examining 8 features of dark academia, and for each, I'll introduce a powerful literary example that doesn't just fit the genre, but defines it. These books are full of ancient texts, secret societies, tragic students, and the dark side of knowledge. Let's begin. Now, I would say that one of the main features is the university setting and intellectual elitism. So let's begin with the crown jewel of dark academia, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Set in a secluded college, this novel follows a group of elite classic students under the enigmatic guidance of their professor. They isolate themselves from the rest of the campus, worship beauty and Greek philosophy, and ultimately commit murder, not for revenge, but in pursuit of a transcendent experience. The story is a blueprint. Ivy-covered halls, cigarettes in lecture theatres, intellectual snobbery, and moral unravelling. What makes it deeply dark academia isn't just the setting, it's the idea that knowledge, when untethered from ethics, can justify anything. It's cold, calculated, and beautiful in a horrifying way. Another feature is the tragedy of the quiet scholar, told in one of my favourite books of all time by John Williams, Stoner. Stoner may not involve murder or mystery, but it is a deeply moving portrait of the academic life in all its quiet sorrow. William Stoner, a farm boy turned literature professor, leads a life that seems unremarkable from the outside, but internally, it's rich and lonely and filled with private moments of revelation. He faces professional humiliation, a loveless marriage, and constant isolation, but in the rare stillness of teaching and reading, he finds meaning. This novel strips dark academia down to its emotional roots. No drama, no magic, just the relentless, melancholic beauty of a life dedicated to learning. If The Secret History is fire, Stoner is ash, and both are necessary. My third feature is the Gothic pursuit of forbidden knowledge and science, featured in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Frankenstein is a foundational text in science fiction, but also a classic of dark academia's Gothic ancestry. Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but obsessive university student, creates life through unnatural means and pays dearly for it. His monstrous creation becomes a mirror of his own ambition and failure, and the novel spirals into questions of guilt, responsibility, and the moral boundaries of science. It's not just the pursuit of forbidden knowledge that places Frankenstein here, it's the cold university's lonely research, and the terrifying consequences of intellectual pride. If dark academia has a haunted laboratory, Shelley built it. An important feature in number 4 is the aesthetic obsession and Shakespearean performance, featured in If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This novel is like a love letter to the dramatics of academia. Set in an elite arts conservatory, If We Were Villains follows 7 theatre students who live and breathe Shakespeare, quoting him, performing him, and eventually living out one of the tragedies themselves. When one student is found dead, the mystery becomes secondary to the novel's real focus: how far people will go in the name of beauty, friendship, and obsession. Its atmosphere, deeply literary and filled with performance, literal and metaphorical. The boundaries between character and self, between art and reality, are always shifting. In dark academia, beauty isn't just admired, it's also dangerous. I've included Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar as evidence of my 5th feature, being mental health, collapse, and female intellectual pressure. The Bell Jar brings us inside the mind of Esther Greenwood, a talented young woman crumbling under the societal and academic pressure. She wins a coveted internship in New York, but instead of excitement, she feels emptiness. Slowly, she falls into depression. The novel is vivid, poetic, and deeply claustrophobic. Esther is trapped under a bell jar, a metaphor of how perfection, intelligence, and ambition can become suffocating. This book shows how dark academia doesn't just haunt its characters through libraries and rituals. Sometimes the horror is also internal. It's the female side of the academic breakdown, and it hits with haunting precision. For my next feature, I've chosen John Fowles' The Magus to explore identity and psychological games in dark academia. The Magus takes the genre to a mythic, dreamlike level. A young British man takes a teaching post on a Greek island where he meets Conchus, a figure who leads him through bizarre, psychological experiments blending theatre, philosophy, and cruelty. As the protagonist loses track of what's real, the novel becomes a literary maze, riddled with Greek myth, existential dread, and manipulation. It's less about answers, more about the journey of disorientation. I have chosen a genuine classic for my next feature. It is Brideshead Revisited by Evelyn Waugh, which examines nostalgia, faith, and lost youth. Brideshead Revisited offers a more nostalgic and spiritual side of dark academia. The novel is told through the eyes of Charles Ryder, who reflects on his time in Oxford, his intense friendship with the aristocratic and troubled Sebastian Flyte, and the slow disintegration of their idealistic youth. The grandeur of the university, the religious undertones, the exploration of beauty, decadence, and loss, all of it is soaked in melancholic elegance. This book is less about mystery and more about mourning for a world of Latin prayers, arcane traditions, and young men too fragile for the future. It is the elegy of dark academia. And finally, for my last feature, I am going with the Dark Fantasy Gateway, found in no other than the Harry Potter series. Yes, by J.K. Rowling. Yes, we're ending with Harry Potter. While not traditionally included in dark academia lists, it has shaped the aesthetic and love of academia for an entire generation. Hogwarts is a boarding school filled with secret rooms, Gothic architecture, enchanted libraries, and ancient knowledge. Students study Latin-based spells, brew potions, and walk candlelit corridors, but beneath the wonder, there's darkness, betrayal, grief, and the burden of destiny. For many, Harry Potter sparked the idea that learning could be magical and dangerous at the same time. In tone, it's lighter, but the atmosphere, 100% dark academia. So that's my list of 8 books with 8 defining traits or 8 defining features, and one genre that continues to haunt and inspire. Dark academia is about more than just aesthetics. It's about obsession, tragedy, beauty, and the cost of knowing too much. Whether you connect most with the quiet sorrow of Stoner, the murderous genius of the secret history, or the surreal unraveling of the Magus, there's something here for every lover of moody literary fiction. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.